I'm starting off with priming my face. I'm going to use the NYX photofinish primer. To do so, and it's important to place the primer all over your face. Now I'm going to prime my eyelids using the soft ochre paintball by MAC, and this really helps intensify the eyeshadows you're going to place on top of this primer. And I'm also priming my lower lids. Then blend this up with your fingers. Quickly going to do my brush off camera, and now I'm going to start placing a light golden eyeshadow in the inner thirds of my eyes. For my transition color, I'm going to use this brown shade from the Cocao blend palette, and as you can see, I'm gently applying this in my upper crease, and while I'm applying it, I'm also blending it. And this is the perfect base for the entire look I'm going to do. Now I'm grabbing my Surf and Sand palette from Bobbi Brown, and I'm going to use a light golden shade to apply on my brow bones. I'm also going to use the same color to reapply on top of the light golden eyeshadow. This really helps bring the sparkle into this look. This is a turquoise eyeshadow from MAC, and I can't remember the name because it's now in my fill palette. So I'm sorry, but you can use any turquoise eyeshadow you have. And we're gonna reapply this later. Now I'm using a grayish brownish color in my outer V, in my outer corners, to intensify this look. And you don't have to be really careful because we're gonna blend or wipe out the excess eyeshadow. Now take a black eyeshadow from any palette you have to reapply on top of the outer V. And as you can see, this is really pointy. So now you need to be neat, but again, all the excess below we're gonna just wipe out. And make sure to blend. I always blend all my eyeshadow colors. Now I'm reapplying the black to make it more intense. Now I'm taking the same turquoise eyeshadow and reapplying this on top of the blue because due to blending, it's gone a little bit. Now I'm doing the same on the other side, and I continue to blend. I don't want this look to have any harsh colors. Now I'm taking my facial wipes to remove excess eyeshadow and make the ring really sharp, as you can see here. And I'm removing some eyeshadow underneath my eyes. I have a bunch of NYX concealer palettes, and I'm using a few of the orange concealers I have. I mixed them to create this perfect orange shade for my skin tone. As you can see, I'm using this on top of all my hyperpigmentation around my mouth, and this color is perfect to cover them up. And after I blended this, you can almost not tell the difference between my skin color and the orange concealer, and that's the shade you need. Not too light, not too dark, just the perfect orange shade for your skin tone. I mixed my Nars foundation in Tahoe and the MAC Pro Longwear in a few shades lighter to mix and match the perfect shade for me, and I like the consistency of the Nars foundation. It's really light but has lots of coverage to cover up all your blemishes. And after this, I'm gonna start doing my highlight, and I'm gonna use the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Biscuit. Using small strokes, I'm applying this underneath my eyes in a triangle shape, and I'm gonna apply this on the bridge of my nose and on the center of my forehead. And I really love this concealer. I already used 3 of them. So this is the Prep and Prime highlighter from MAC in Light Boost, and I'm applying this on top of the concealer to really define my under eye highlighting. And again, some of the bridge of my nose and on my forehead. To blend this all out, I'm gonna use a flat foundation brush. I always use this one to blend out anything on my face, and I'm also using my finger on areas I can't reach with my brush. So it's really important to press this in underneath your eyes to prevent having any lines or wrinkles or anything. And again, on my nose, I like to use my fingers. So to set all this, I'm gonna use my Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'm not using like lots of it to bake. I'm just using enough. Again, I'm making sure I have no lines underneath my eyes, because if you do and you apply the powder, it will just set it and you have like the biggest problem ever, because you can remove the wrinkles again. So I'm placing some underneath my eyes because I'm gonna finish my under eye look, and all the eyeshadow that falls on this I can just wipe away. This is the exact same turquoise eyeshadow I used on the top eyelids, and I'm applying this on the inner half of my lower lids. Now I'm back to the Cocoa Blend palette, and I'm using the grayish brown color to use on the second half of my lower lids, and I'm connecting it to the outer ring, as you can see here. I really love doing this style. Now onto the front part. I'm using a gel eyeliner to create the outer ring, and I'm really like making sure to apply this on the ends of my eye look, so it looks like I created this on top of the eyeliner. And I'm not a big fan of doing big eyeliner, so I'm doing a small and simple wing. I'm also gonna make like a pointy thing in the inner corners to make this look a bit more Arabic. I'm also using eyeliner to place on my waterline, and I do this on all my clients. And after applying the eyeliner, I'm gonna blend this into the eyeshadow so you can see the harsh line. I'm now done with my eye look, so I'm gonna blend off the translucent powder because we don't need it anymore. And now I'm gonna continue highlighting and contouring my face. I'm gonna use the NYX Contour and Highlight palette, and I'm gonna use the yellow powder to place underneath my eyes and where I want my face to be highlighted. This looks really pretty in pictures. Now I'm using the two left brown colors to create a perfect contour shape for my face. And I'm applying this on the hollows of my cheeks. I'm gonna also contour my nose with this, and I'm gonna place some a bit on my forehead and underneath my chin. And this brush is perfect to do a tight nose contour, and I always blend this up with my fingers, but I like my nose to be contoured but not just like two lines across my nose. It may seem odd, but I only have like two blushes and I use them every day. This is Emerald Rose by MAC, and it's my favorite blush. It's a pinkish brown blush color. This is a gold deposit by MAC, and I use this as a highlighter on all my clients. It has a gold undertone, and I really like this instead of the grayish metallic highlight colors. It just doesn't fit our skin tone. This is another favorite nude lipstick I have from Rimmel. It's Nottinghill Nude, and it matches our skin tone perfectly. I am gonna apply lip liner later, so you can use brown or whatever. I use this lilac color. So whenever I'm doing makeup on myself or on my clients, I'm all over the place. I don't have one order to do my makeup. So I'm now back to my eyes. I'm applying mascara, one layer, because I'm gonna apply lashes later. Now I'm using a black eyeshadow to redefine my outer V. And this is the final step of my eyeshadow. So now I'm just gonna use a lip liner, and this is from Kleancolor, the lilac color, and I don't know the name. This is really old, but it does like redefine your lips using an eyeliner, a lip liner, and I really like doing this with nude lipsticks. I really like using Primark lashes, and I always buy a bunch of them for myself and for my clients. They're really easy to apply, And this is the entire look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.